Hello, editing Leanna here. I did try to record something on my little camera here, but the audio decided not to work, so I'm recording this on my phone, and that's why you're seeing me in the corner instead of having like a talking head segment before the clip that you're seeing now. I thought it would be cute to do sort of like a craft and yap session, so feel free to have this on in the background while you do a craft, journal, clean, or you can just watch me make keychains and Kindle trims as well. That's always an option. Hang out with me. Full disclaimer, I did write stuff for this because I tried to like wing it and it was just not going great. So I did write like an entire thing of the things that I want to say in this video, and I hope it's a lot better than whatever the heck I did try to do the first time. I get very reflective around this time of year because it's the new year and it's also Chinese New Year, so I'm looking back at all the things that I learned over the last year and trying to figure out what I need to leave behind, what I need to shed, and what I want to take with me into the year ahead. Valentine's Day also happens to be a little hard for me because I'm a hopeless romantic and I want all of the cute things that I'm seeing other people get. This is my 4th Valentine's Day alone, and I've learned a lot about love in the last 3 years, so I guess that's sort of what I want to talk about in this video. I lost a lot of myself in the last 5 years that I was away from YouTube. I initially left because I was really burnt out, and COVID saw me hit what I thought was rock bottom at the time. I was in the worst mental state I had ever been in. I could not get out of bed. I was eating 1 meal a day and just not doing very well. I put myself in therapy after that, and I recovered from rock bottom, what I thought was rock bottom. And then I just never returned to YouTube because I thought that my boyfriend at the time would think it was weird. YouTube has always been my first love. It is how I have the job I do today, and without it, like, I genuinely don't know where I would be. So to lose that piece of myself was huge. And then after him, I kept giving up pieces of myself and molding myself into somebody that I no longer recognize, because I thought if I did that and I made myself more palatable, then I'd be able to fill this void and I wouldn't have to be alone. But I learned that my nervous system is not designed to help me grow, it is there to keep me safe. So all of these cycles of me reshaping myself and getting involved with people that were not necessarily good for me, they were my nervous system trying to keep me safe because of a core belief that I had. I hated being alone because being alone meant that I had to be alone with my thoughts, and my thoughts were usually not very kind. I ended up being forced to sit in the discomfort of my own thoughts anyway, and in that discomfort is where I learned the most about myself. In that time, I also started listening to the Sabrina Zohar show and reading a couple of self-help books. I learned so much more from those resources when I applied them to the situation that I was in. Sabrina, my therapist, and my best friends single-handedly got me through the worst heartbreak that I have ever experienced. And yes, I know that there is more heartbreak to come in my life, but I like to be a little dramatic sometimes, so that's just what it is right now. That was my worst case scenario, and I survived it once, so I know that I can do it again and again and again, even if it feels like I don't know how to. I wouldn't say that losing myself was the worst thing to ever happen to me, though. I discovered things that I enjoy now that I never thought I would have on my own. I was introduced to the wonderful world of Cargo Fast, also known as Formula One, in 2023. And since then, I've made new friends. I've been to Silverstone twice. I got to watch Lewis Hamilton win at home for my first race. And then I got to watch Nico Hülkenberg get his first podium after 15 years at my second race. I'm also picking up games that I wouldn't have considered otherwise. I used to only play the Life is Strange franchise and cozy games like Animal Crossing, but now I'm also picking up Spider-Man and God of War. So, as Sabrina said in one of her latest episodes, You coming home to yourself is never too late because you can do that at any time. And that's what I'm doing this Valentine's Day. I'm coming home to me because I miss who I used to be and I miss the things that I gave up. And she deserves so much better. In case you need to hear it too, here's some things about heartbreak that I kept in my notes for when I inevitably got my heart broken again. You are the only one that can give yourself closure. As hard as it may be, do not give the power of your healing to the person that broke your heart in the first place. I constantly ask myself, how can I show up in a way that nobody else did for me? Because showing up is the best thing that I've ever done and continue to do. And I got that from Brendan Urie back when he was on Twitch. So that has really stuck with me over the years. And that has gotten me through an incredible amount of stuff. And finally, when Christina says to Meredith, he is very dreamy, but he is not the sun you are. In that same vein, make no apologies for how you choose to heal what they broke. Yes, that occurs before Christina leaves and tells Meredith, he is not the sun you are, but I think both those things are very important, and my best friend thinks I'm in a very Meredith Grey era of my life, which, you know what, valid. There are a few links to resources that really helped me when I was in the heartbreak trenches. I'm going through it right now, so I'm using those very same resources. They are in the description if you feel like you need them. And of course, none of it is sponsored. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one.